And I could feed them quite a bit of this land here. This revolting situation is hurting me. Let's get rid of that. Ship our troops back home. But not when the Grenadans are so close to rising up. That recent uprising will go away in about 6 years as well. Tricky. Very tricky. But then Austria will join in. I'm sure Austria could get access, but there's no guarantee Austria would hand those sieges over to me. And yet they might. Yeah, Aragon will join in as well. There's no guarantee that they won't just want the provinces themselves. Whatever, let's do it. If they besiege Roma, then so what? They might even get some lollards in their face. So long, Squirrel EMT. Enjoy your class. Fech says, Jake, I just tuned in. What's going on? Well, for one, we're the Pope and we're Sunni. We're going to see what we can do about that. Or rather, do with that. Okay, well, Aragon are not interested in putting troops over there, it seems. And the besiege of Roma is actually going to hurt us. No, actually, they can't loot it, so that's no problem. But I do want them to core Pisa first, so let's hope that doesn't get besieged too quickly. Okay, nobody is interested in going over and fighting them. Sardinia got converted. Which means Romagna is next. Romagna, only peasants, and if I get rid of the... yeah, converting you should get rid of those peasants altogether. There we go. Double the missionaries, double the love. Gee, I'll admit the Grenadans are... they got me scared here. Nice job, Aragon. Except rather you went over and helped with the Roma. Oh, that's excellent. They got the core done. Good. Great, in fact. Alright, now with Almeria done, it means I can core the rest of these two provinces. At least it would if I had the power to. You'll give us military access because we're at war with someone that you hate. I could erect a single... speaking of single guys that I can do, I could just send one man over on a mission. Not our Pope, we'll give you our useless general. I need you to besiege Siena. Wow, Aragon, when did you get so based? Bit of a downside here. Well, for one, I'm about to get smashed in Granada. Whoa, I didn't mean to send over that many men. Abort, abort. Wasn't paying attention there, I was too busy admiring Aragon. Okay, here they come. Let's could be really bad if I don't secure Siena for myself, so that's what we're going to work on doing. No guarantee that they're going to give it up for me, but I can try. Jake, maybe focus on admin. I think that's probably a good idea. We're going to need a lot of it fairly swiftly. Alright, so nobody here is wanting to give up Siena for me. But maybe if I tell our friends in Austria to move over there, they will pay no attention. How about you, Aragon? Get over there. This is my land. Oh well. If Austria take that, then so be it. They'll probably just peace out separately, though. Things not looking good back there, though. Not at all. I was wondering if you think Ryukyu Challenge is still possible after the Art of War. You know, every time a new patch comes out or I do something like that, I get asked if it's possible or not. In the U4, Jake, do you think Ryukyu will be possible? Yes, and I did it. After all these patches, do you think it'll be possible? Yes, and I did it. Ah, but what about this time? I'm not going to fall for that again. Yes, it's possible, and if you don't think it's possible, then you're not thinking hard enough. It's a real shame Portugal aren't keen on being my friend anymore. But I need to keep these guys sweet. And I need to consider. Oh wow, they grew a lot faster than I thought. But Austria's a keen believer that he can destroy them. Not enough to make him give this up. Hopefully, hopefully the peasants win there and Austria redouble their efforts. Well, that only stands if they actually do go and redouble their efforts. Interesting times. Jake, cores, you're right, I do need to get my cores on the go. Thankfully the Sardinians aren't wanting to rise up. Well, let's not core anything more in Granada until we've had our next uprising though, which is long overdue. Jake, who is that 3-star Austrian general? Dead now, I think. No, there he is, hiding in Ferrara, tail between his legs. 4532. Good job. I do not have money to give to charity. I don't have money full stop. But I do need a bit of piety. No, forget it. There's no money. No money to spare. We're an impious guy. Thank you, what a guy. He gave us Siena. Which means they can be a papal vassal. I would love to take their money as well. But that's going to result in 0.67 inflation. And I hate taking all the money from my vassals, but I am so poor right now that I am willing to do that to my vassal. We'll take all their money, but not force them into a loan. How much money do they have? Treasury of 56. So let's take them. Let's just take 50 ducats. It seems fair. But that's going to give us quite a lot of inflation. So let's try something a little different. Let's save our game. Because, although I'm very pious, and I believe in wiping out Christianity right now, I'm always serving to the shekel. So, let's see what we can do here. Jake, no, wait for Austria. You're telling me to wait for Austria to wipe out my rebels for me, are you? That's actually not a bad idea. Okay, we'll do that then. If he's going for them. Which could mean this was a big old waste of a couple minutes. Is he actually going for them? He's not going for them. What a waste. I'll have to wipe out the peasants myself. Oh no, Aragon is going for them. That actually works out perfectly. Thank you, Aragon, and you won't get exiled when this is all over. Now, thankfully we're not going to get inflation anymore because I reloaded my save. The reason for that is this absurd bug where it tells you that you're making loads of money off production. It actually increases the trade value a lot more than it actually does. Which I didn't think you could get much use out of, but there are a few uses, and this is one of them. If you're taking gold in a peace deal, or doing something that increases your inflation, you can reload your save, give yourself these messed up values, and suddenly I'm going to get no inflation for this peace deal. So there we go, we're going to save ourselves a few admin points and ducats down the line by doing that. Don't think I need anything else from them, I certainly don't need all this released. It doesn't make me very popular in the HRE, in fact, it makes me very unpopular in the HRE. A base of 21, but it's actually 63 for other people in the culture. Well, what are you going to do? Let's just tank it. Yikes. This is because I'm Sunni. Being a different religious group makes people hate you like that. Good thing I've got Holy War on anybody that I really want to, who I border. Still, they're going to bring in a lot of buddies that I don't want to be fighting. Defensive and defensive. Oh well, we survived. And that's goodbye peasants, but I may need to knuckle down here for a second, or at least focus my efforts elsewhere. Because now probably here comes the coalition. Good job, mercs, you did nothing but cost me money. Oh right, there are the Polish who decided that we are not, we're not worthy. But I like having the Polish on my side, so let's keep those relations high. So if you thought that aggressive expansion inside the HRE was bad as a Christian, well, it's even worse as a non-Christian. It's extremely bad. I could make OPM vassals and give them up. There's no guarantee that I won't. Oh, right. Well, things are going really bad now. Austria don't want to be our friend. Which leaves us only with Aragon. And I don't think they want to be our friend for much more, because they desire Sardinia. We're actually going to end up on our own. And I'm going to wish I had allied France. Oh well. Almeria. Religious revolts are actually good for us. Especially if they're Sunnis. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Since when do you lose one stability? That's a new one. You'll remember when I was playing as Nagur and as Tibet, I got these uprisings quite a lot. And didn't make any real difference. Well, it didn't make me lose one stability when I gave in, so I would just keep doing it. Maybe it's a special thing because I'm the Pope, it's the only thing I could think of. Oh well. Perhaps we should start considering getting some friends of our own religion then. I don't think... Oh wow, okay. The Polish do still want to be our friends. Works well for us. We'll get an alliance back with the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth, and we will try to get the Ottomans on our side. losing Austria was a bit of a pain, but at least I didn't get all that aggressive expansion that I just accumulated. Okay, so it's something nice that they give to the Pope. Interesting. Okay, well hopefully we'll get this revolt soon, and they will also rise up in Almeria. That means they'll fight the Sunni zealots for me. What isn't so good is my lack of troops around here. Put that money to use, shall we? Romagna will soon be converted. Jeez, it'll take forever to raise some more cavalry, but cavalry are really good early game. Ah well, that's what we got the money for. Oh, we're also about to get some lollards. That's precious. Really blows. Every time I harsh treat them, I only set them back by a few years, and they're going to be constant as long as I have this low stability. But raising stability is so expensive. Well, it's not like we're shy for, it's not like we're strained for military points, so we'll just stomp them down. It's only 50. Then again, it's a roll of a dice to decide whether or not they're going to rise up quickly or slower. The Grenadans, though, I want them to rise up right now. Fortunately, I'm in the HRE, so if Castile do decide to war me, they're going to have to deal with Bohemia and Friends. Unfortunately, Bohemia and Friends is a little lackluster, so here's to hoping that Austria get the throne back shortly. He's only in his 30s, is that ruler? 15-year regency for Austria, that would be horrible. Jake, you should get started on making some cores. I will cede that I should core Granada. Gibraltar, not so much, because it may fall later on. Sure would be nice to get those Granada nationalists real soon, guys. 8% chance per month. It'll take quite a bit to get the Ottomans to see eye to eye with us. We'll do the best we can. Not even been looking at advisors because of the expense. The expense that we cannot afford. Ah, that's a real shame. That's another real shame, lost Austria. Ooh, that's horrible. Wow, okay. So why didn't Austria get it? Well, that's really something. They're already rivaled. But, oh good, they have, France is going to want some land off Castile. But wow, that's really something. They got Cambrai. They normally get Cambrai? Jeez. That's really something. Oh boy. The Emperor did not join our war, and now everybody in the coalition is after me. Well, time to vamoose, guys. Let's run away to Granada. If we can escape all these boats. It's a bit of a big F. Come on, Aragonese Navy. You gotta save me. Somebody's saying, Jake, is it time to restart? Not yet. Not like this. So vassalizing Siena, perhaps not the wisest thing I've done all game. Right. My fleet's getting ripped and wrecked here. Without Bohemia on my side here, that's not giving HRE access to the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth. So unless Bohemia gives them access, oh, Poland's hostile towards them. Hungary's not going to give them access. Bohemia should. Austria should. Whether or not they want to go and get that access, it's up to them. This is pretty bad. Jake, next time vassalize Siena whilst you are your own religion. It would still hurt. Not so much, granted. There we go, we got our uprising, but it was only in Gibraltar. So only that got the recent uprising. And that's also why we didn't core Gibraltar. Ah, jeez. Do I fight or accept? Have at. Yeah, this looks pretty grim. I'm not sure how I could walk away with this. Walk away from this. They're going to want me to get rid of Aragon, get rid of Sardinia. Ooh. Yeah, and there's not much I can do against that. Well, people do say they love seeing me get wrecked. Oh well, speed 5 it and enjoy the carnage. Jake, give up bad vassals. Well, there's one thing, if I give up Avignon, then I lose all my aggressive expansion. But they're not just going to want that, they're going to want to tear my country apart. So there's another thing for the guy that says everything seems to go my way. This has most certainly not gone my way. But there have been some very wide curveballs here. And my own mistake of completely underestimating the amount of, well, the impact of all that aggressive expansion from taking Siena. Which makes me wonder about other things. If I were to try this again, and I want to, so I probably will, it would probably be a good idea to keep Granada around longer and expand more by way of vassals. That way I can take my time and get myself up to admin 8 or 10, similar to what I did with Sweden. If you remember the shamanist European domination, I expanded quite a lot through my vassals, Novgorod, Livonian Order, Finland, and probably some others. But man, that Castile getting all that land was one heck of a curveball. Also, Austria losing the HRE leadership, that hurt a lot as well, because they would have kept these little guys in line better. They would have gotten this land, been a powerful ally, and stomped them down for me. Which does make me sound all that more pathetic. That's what you get for not allying Ragusa, Jake. Oh my, they want Roma. They want Rome? Yes, you're a vassal. You're about to become Austrian. Oh well, I no longer have trade power in any of these places, so I couldn't do that. Oh well, so I guess this is pretty RIP for the Pope, which goes to show even the best laid plans of mice and men aft gang agley. But I like to think this is going to be a repeat of Sweden, where I learned lessons from my early destruction and then turned it into something better for round 2. Because I do really want to eradicate Christianity using the Pope. I just think it would be a nice, cool thing to do. So what will I do? I think we'll forget today ever happened, and then I'll be back tomorrow with a much better plan of expansion. Already thinking how to go about that. Yeah. Yeah, I've got some good ideas here. What I'm going to do then is, whilst we watch this, watch my country look all technicolor, I'm going to read a poem that I really quite like, from Winder's Wonderland. It is an ode to Ragusa, from our multiplayer game. Ragusa, Ragusa, you had a rough start, right next to the Ottoman, and it tore you apart. Ragusa, Ragusa, blown away by dark gust. What's that in Africa? You rise from the dust? Ragusa, Ragusa, a devilish pact you have signed in Warsangali's black hands. Should you rather have declined? But with so little you thrive and make Italy your domain, and with glory and trumpets they welcome the Sunni reign. When the waves of Asia come crashing at Germany's door, you join them in battle and wipe old Prussia the floor. So when Frankfurt comes for you, upon your allies you call, surviving the onslaught, punishing his gall. But when to the ground he is pinned, so close to having his tyranny on your Italians to rescind, Dutch armies come marching at a chatter's wish, forcing a white peace, for also bitter dish. But the dark pact is calling and your Africa's lost, too much did the devil's duke cost. For the Frankfurter smells blood, and charges to take Italy, until of Ragusa's not left, but a tiny spot of Sicily. All credit to Nightbeer for that one. A wonderful poem. It'll go down in legend. Funk Missile, our player of Ragusa, from the multiplayer stream. So, unfortunately, I have been wrecked in this campaign. I'm going to go and cry myself in a little corner for a wee while and figure out how to do it better next time. But I'll be back roughly the same time tomorrow, and we will try to eradicate Christendom using the Pope again. Perhaps with less balls to the walls methods, because this one really got me destroyed. Maybe that's a bit unfair. What really got me destroyed was poking my nose in HRE business when I knew that aggressive expansion would be pretty bad. That and converting so early really made allies want to run out on me. One big problem was that I didn't immediately get my alliances back, and I couldn't do it because I was still at war with Sardinia. That gives the minus 1,000. Okay. Yeah, I'm a scrub. That just goes to show. But I'll be back again tomorrow. Thank you very much, and good night.